What if I told you that in Australia, food prices are high not because food is rare, but because the system is designed that way? A loaf of bread, a carton of milk, a basket of vegetables. Australians pay some of the highest food prices in the developed world, even though Australia produces more food than it consumes. So the real question is not why food is expensive. The real question is, who is making money from it? Let's break it down. Australia is one of the world's largest food producers. It exports massive amounts of wheat, beef, dairy, and vegetables. On paper, food should be cheap. Supply is strong. Quality is high. Yet grocery bills keep rising. This is not an accident. The first reason is production cost. Farming in Australia is expensive. Labor wages are among the highest in the world. Fuel costs are high. Machinery is expensive. Water is scarce in many regions, and droughts increase irrigation costs. Australian farmers don't use cheap labor. They use machines, technology, and automation. That increases efficiency, but it also means high upfront investment. These costs are built into the final food price. But here's the important part. Farmers are not the biggest winners. The next cost layer is transport. Australia is a massive country. Farms are often hundreds or thousands of kilometers away from cities. Fuel prices, refrigerated trucks, storage facilities, and logistics companies all add their margin. Every kilometer your food travels, the price goes up. Then comes processing. Milk is not sold as milk alone. Wheat is not sold as wheat. Meat is not sold straight from the farm. Food passes through factories, packaging plants, cold storage, and certification systems. Each step adds value and profit. By the time food reaches the supermarket, the price has already multiplied. Now we reach the most powerful players in the system, supermarkets. In Australia, a small number of supermarket chains dominate the entire food market. This gives them massive pricing power. They decide shelf prices, they decide supplier contracts, they decide promotions. Farmers often have little choice. If they want access to consumers, they must accept supermarket terms. This means something critical. Even when production costs rise slightly, retail prices rise sharply. But when production costs fall, prices don't fall as fast. That gap is profit. Another major factor is exports. Australian food does not stay in Australia. Global markets often pay more than local consumers. When international demand is strong, exporters divert supply overseas. Local supply tightens. Prices rise. Australians end up competing with global buyers for their own food. Currency also plays a role. When the Australian dollar weakens, exports become more profitable. This encourages selling overseas instead of domestically, pushing local prices higher. Now add government regulation. Australia has strict food safety standards, biosecurity laws, and quality controls. These protect consumers, but they also increase costs. Compliance is expensive. Certifications cost money. Inspections cost money. Again, these costs are passed on to consumers. Then there's inflation, fuel, electricity, rent, wages, everything costs more. Supermarkets adjust prices quickly to protect margins. Consumers feel it immediately, but wages don't rise at the same speed as food prices. This creates pressure. So who actually benefits? Large agribusinesses, logistics companies, food processors, retail chains. Farmers earn well when operations are large and efficient, but small farmers struggle. Consumers pay more regardless. Food pricing is not just about food. It's about power. Who controls distribution? Who controls shelves? Who controls contracts? That's why food keeps getting more expensive, even in a country that feeds the world. This is not a failure of farming. It's the result of a highly commercialized food system. Australia has one of the most efficient agricultural systems on Earth, but efficiency does not automatically mean affordability for consumers. It means profitability for those who control the system. So next time you look at your grocery bill, remember this. You're not just paying for food. You're paying for logistics. You're paying for branding. You're paying for corporate margins. You're paying for global competition. And that's the real reason food is so expensive in Australia. If you want to understand how money really moves through systems like food, energy, and trade, this channel breaks it down, simply and honestly. Because behind every price tag, there's a system most people never see.